A very good morning, children. In the last video, we had learned about the writing equilibrium constant for the reactions, and also we had done one numerical on that. In this session, we are going to see about this equilibrium constant, how to write even for the gaseous reactions. Means whenever we have only the reactants and products both in the gaseous phase. For example, in the last class, do you remember, children? That is about writing equilibrium constant for ammonia. Yeah. How is the reaction we have done there? Nitrogen gas plus hydrogen gas gives rise to 2 moles of ammonia gas. Gives rise to 2 moles of ammonia gas. Is it not, children? Yeah, very good. In these, the reactants, nitrogen gas and the hydrogen gas, which state are they present? They are present in the gaseous state. How about the product ammonia? Ammonia is also present in the gaseous state. So, by studying about the state of the reactant and product, now we are going to express the equilibrium constant in one more method in this module. And now we are calling when all these reactants and products are in the same phase. What is the point? When all the reactants and products are in the same phase, we need to call it as a homogeneous equilibrium. What do we need to call as the homogeneous equilibrium? Yeah, before we go for this homogeneous equilibrium, from the previous session, what we had learned, once we are making a recall. And one more additional topic we are going to introduce for that. In the last class, what had we learned, children? If this is the reaction. If this is the reaction. How have we written equilibrium constant? We have written equilibrium constant Kc is equal to the number of the ammonia, that is the products, concentration raised to the coefficient as the exponent, and the reactant concentration raised to some exponent. Here only one mole is there, so I am not indicating. Hydrogen gas raised to some exponent, that is the number of moles. This is how we had done about the equilibrium constant in the last class. But now let us assume this is for reaction, and how can we write a reversible reaction of this? Reversible reaction means what, children? Reversible reaction means, can you say ammonia gas is decomposing to give nitrogen gas. Is decomposing to give nitrogen gas and the hydrogen gas. And the hydrogen gas. Is this not the reversible reaction from the above? Check. These are the reactants. This is the product in the equation what we learned in the last class. Now we are writing the product as a reactant and the reactant is equal to product. So shall we write this is a reversible reaction? What shall we call this reaction? We are calling this one as a reversible reaction. Reversible reaction. Now how shall we write Kc for this reaction, children? Means equilibrium constant for reversible reaction. Equilibrium constant for the reversible reaction. Can I write here? These are the products. Hydrogen gas and to the product of hydrogen gas raised to some exponent, that is the number of moles, upon ammonia gas raised to the exponent of 2. Is it not? Or can I write, what is this one? This is inversely proportional to the above case. Or for the K reversible, can I put speed? We can write this one as inversely proportional. We can write this one as the inversely proportional. Do we agree? Yes, we need to agree. Because for reversible reactions, whenever you are writing the equilibrium constant, you must say there is a reciprocal or inversely proportional to the normal reaction. One reaction I am giving for you now. Now, can you study here? Hydrogen gas is reacting with iodine gas to form hydrogen iodide. To form hydrogen iodide. Okay, children. Now, can you write Kc for this reaction? How will we write equilibrium constant? We will write equilibrium constant Kc is equal to concentration of the products raised to the exponent coefficient upon concentration of the reactants. Is it not? This is how we have written the Kc for this reaction. Now, I would like to write a reversible reaction for this. Reversible reaction. Can I write this reversible reaction like this, student? Its reversible reaction is 2 moles of hydrogen iodide gas are decomposed into hydrogen gas and the iodine gas. Now, how will you write the reversible equilibrium constant? Shall we say the equilibrium constant reversible we can write as hydrogen gas concentration into concentration of the iodine gas upon concentration of the hydrogen iodide raised to some power 2. Or we can write K for the reversible reaction is equal to 1 by Kc. I hope the topic is clear. You understood how to write the equilibrium constant for the reversible reaction. It is 1 upon the previous equation equilibrium constant. Good. But now we are at the topic called homogeneous equilibrium. What is the topic called? Homogeneous equilibrium. What is the meant this homogeneous equilibrium? We already defined. In a reaction, when the reactants and the products are in the same phase, we need to call them as the homogeneous equilibrium. Especially we are talking about the gaseous state of matter. The state of matter, children, gaseous state of matter. So let us apply these equations for the gaseous state of matter. Whenever we go for this gaseous state of matter, the gaseous state of matter, whenever we go through, we need to remember our ideal gas equation. What do we remember about ideal gas equation, children? What do you remember about ideal gas equation? PV is equal to nRT. Yes or no? PV is equal to nRT. Or can you write P is equal to N into R into T. N upon V. Right. But for the gaseous state of equations, for the gaseous reactions, we are going to speak that the pressure is directly proportional to concentration of the gas. What we are speaking, children? Pressure is directly proportional to concentration of the gas. So here in this equation where N by V we have written, we are replacing the N by V with a term called as the concentration. C stands for the concentration. What the C stands for? The concentration. Now can you write our equation as P is equal to C into R into T. What is the equation? P is equal to C into R into T. Because N by V is equal to number of moles of the gas in a given volume is nothing but the concentration. At constant temperature. We can speak like the concentration is measured as moles per liter or moles per decimeter cube. How is the concentration measured, children? Moles per liter or moles per decimeter cube. And the R value is there, no? Gas constant. Its value is 0.0831. 0.0831 bars, mole, liter inverse, Kelvin inverse. What is this unit of the universal gas constant? Whenever concentration is taken Concentration is taken as moles per liter or moles per decimeter cube 0.0831 bar mole liter inverse kilometers. Don't forget this universal gas constant value when concentration is expressed in this unit. Now let us apply these for the above equation what we had learned. We came to know this is the equilibrium constant how to measure for reversible reaction for a normal reaction. We don't want the reversible reaction. Now the concept is over. Now our present concept is how to work upon the gaseous phase reactions. The gaseous phase reactions. In the gaseous phase reactions, what is the point we must not forget? We must not forget the pressure is directly proportional to the concentration of the gas. What is the one? Pressure is directly proportional to the concentration of the gas. Now coming for our gaseous state reactions, we are going to use one term there called as the Kp. What is the term we are going to use there called as the Kp? Means it is going to say if the reactants are there in the gaseous state and the product is also in the gaseous state, we are going to bring a term called as the Kp, where Kp represents equilibrium constant for the gaseous phase reactions. It depends upon the concentration of the gas. It depends upon the concentration of the gas, reactant or product. Just write on this. We will get that equation on the board. Good. Now let us come to the concept here. How to write the gaseous phase reactions is our concept. Before we go there, can you write the equilibrium constant when we are expressing only in concentration term? When we are expressing only in concentration term for this equation, right? Yeah, we can write Kc is equal to hydrogen iodide gas concentration raised to the power of 2 upon hydrogen gas concentration into concentration of the iodine gas. These are both in same moles, both in number of same moles. So let us keep this equation aside. Now what is our point? Our point is to speak the gaseous reactions. We are going to use the term called as the Kp. What are we going to use the term called as the Kp? Here Kp is the equilibrium constant for the gaseous phase reactions. For the gaseous phase reactions. For this above equation, we are going to bring a term called as the partial pressure of the hydrogen iodide gas. Partial pressure of the hydrogen iodide gas concentration upon how many moles do we have this one? How many moles do we have this one? We have 2 moles. Is it not so? We have this 2 moles. We need to raise to the power of 2. We need to raise to the power of the 2. Upon partial pressure of the hydrogen gas concentration into partial pressure of the iodine gas. Partial pressure of the iodine gas. But here we want to come up about this word P. P stands for the partial pressure. Last time what did we learn? Pressure is directly proportional to the concentration of the gas. Concentration of the gas at constant temperature. Is it not? Or we can see P is equal to concentration of the gas into R into D. Into R into D at constant temperature. This is universal gas constant. Proportional R is the proportionality constant. Now for the partial pressure of hydrogen gas, concentration, shall we write? It is equal to the concentration of the hydrogen gas, into R into T, because P is directly proportional to the concentration of the gas. R P is equal to concentration of the gas into R into T. So shall I say partial pressure of the hydrogen gas is equal to concentration of the hydrogen gas into R into T. Next, partial pressure of iodine gas. Is equal to concentration of the iodine gas into R into T. into R into T. Partial pressure of hydrogen iodide gas. Partial pressure of hydrogen iodide gas is equal to concentration of the hydrogen iodide gas into R into T. Into R into T. But here we have 2 moles of hydrogen iodide in the product. So those number of moles we raise it to the power of 2. We raise it to the power of 2. Or here can you write concentration raised to the power of 2 R into 2. R into T upon 2. So let us substitute these equations into our above equation. So presently our above equation, how shall we write, children? We can write Kp is equal to, what is the value of partial pressure of hydrogen iodide gas? We have hydrogen iodide gas to the power of 2 into R into 2 upon, what is the partial pressure of hydrogen gas? Hydrogen gas concentration into R into T. Again, partial pressure of iodine gas. Partial pressure of iodine gas, how can we write? Iodine gas concentration into R into T. Into R into T. Or can I could make this RT cancel? Here RT square upon RT into RT we can cancel them, or we can speak Kp is equal to Kc. Why I put out Kp is equal to Kc? Because already we know this entire term HI gas concentration to the power of 2 upon H2 into I2 concentration is equal to Kc. So we brought a relation now between Kp and Kc. Between Kp and Kc. So Kp and Kc will be equal to each other only under few reactions. It is not that it is applicable for all the reactions. See once. We have written this Kp is equal to Kc for which reaction, children? For the reaction of hydrogen gas plus iodine gas gives rise to hydrogen iodide gas. If you take another example like nitrogen gas plus hydrogen gas, 3 moles of hydrogen gas gives rise to 2 moles of ammonia gas. 2 moles of ammonia gas. How will you write Kp for this one, then? Kp is equal to partial pressure of ammonia gas. Partial pressure of ammonia gas raised to the power 2 upon partial pressure of nitrogen gas into partial pressure of hydrogen gas. Partial pressure of hydrogen gas. Then our hydrogen how many moles are there? 3 moles are there. Yes, sir. We got 3 moles. But what we know regarding partial pressure of nitrogen gas? How to write partial pressure of nitrogen gas, children? Can you write partial pressure of nitrogen gas is equal to this part is equal to concentration of the nitrogen gas. Concentration of the nitrogen gas into R into T, and partial pressure of hydrogen gas, how shall we write? This is of 3 moles. Concentration of hydrogen gas into raised to the power of 3 R into 3. How will we write partial pressure of ammonia gas, children? Partial pressure of ammonia gas, how will you write? Ammonia gas raised to the power of 2 into R into 2. So substituting these into the equation, how shall we get? NH3 gas concentration whole to the power of 2 into RT whole to the power of T upon nitrogen gas concentration into R into T into hydrogen gas concentration into R into T whole cube whole cube. Or can you write once? Can you write this point as, for this equation how will you write Kc? Kc is equal to NH3 gas raised to the power of 2 upon nitrogen gas into hydrogen gas raised to the power of 3. Means this part you see. This part can I to write? Here we start as Kp is equal to Kc into RT square upon RT into RT to the power of 3, or shall I write this as RT to the power of minus 2, RT to the power of minus 2. Means for some reactions the Kp will be equal to Kc, or sometimes it may not be equal to Kc. So how can we give a general equation in relation of Kp to Kc? In relation of Kp to Kc, we are bringing a general equation. So please write down these points. Let us see here how to relate Kp and Kc for a general equation. For a general equation, let us see here the equation is A reacts with B to give C plus D. They are at equilibrium. Let us speak. A is having number of moles as A, B is having number of moles as B, C is having number of moles as C, D is having number of moles of D. Okay, children? Then how will you write Kc for this equation? Kc, concentration of the product C raised to the coefficient into concentration of the product B raised to the coefficient D upon concentration of the reactants. Concentration of the reactant A raised to the coefficient A, concentration of reactant B raised to the power of B. This is how we can write for Kc. If these are all in gaseous state, how will you write Kp? Kp is equal to partial pressure of the C product, partial pressure of the C product raised to its concentration C into partial pressure of the D raised to the power of its coefficient D. Then partial pressure of A raised to the power of A, partial pressure of B raised to the power of B. Okay, but we can write here partial pressure of the A upon A is equal to concentration of A into its coefficient A into R into D. How will you write partial pressure of B? Concentration of B raised to the power of B into R into D. Partial pressure of C raised to the power of C we can given as concentration of C to the power of C into R into D. Partial pressure of D is equal to concentration of D into D raised to the power of D into R into D. So we can write here the Kp value for this above equation is equal to, substituting the values here, C raised to the power of C into R into D into D raised to the power of D into R into D upon A raised to the power of A R into T into B raised to the power of B into R into T. Right. Or we can write Kp is equal to C raised to the power of C, D raised to the power of D upon A raised to the power of A into B raised to the power of B, or R into T upon R into T. Here, let us get one point here, children. Please write down these points. We will continue the point here. Let us continue with this equation, children. Here, the numerator part C and D are their coefficients. We can multiply with C plus D, or the denominator part we can say A plus B, or we can also write this equation as Kp is equal to concentration of C, or see this entire part, can we put it in this place as Kc? Kc into this R into T into C plus D minus A plus B. I am bringing directly the word here, or this is the difference in the number of gaseous products minus number of gaseous reactants. Is it not? These are the number of moles of C product, these are the number of moles of D product, these are the number of moles of A reactant, number of moles of B reactant. So this entire term we are going to bring as Kp is equal to Kc into R into T upon delta Ng, where delta Ng is equal to difference between the number of moles of gaseous products, difference between the number of gaseous products minus gaseous reactants. Gaseous reactants. We are discussing only about the gaseous reactions here. Because the reactants and products, when they are in the gaseous, then only we call as the homogeneous reaction. So this is what our complete equation that we want to keep in mind hereafter for this homogeneous reactions. Thank you. In the next session, we will see a problem based on this and how do this will differ with the conditions. Thank you. Have a nice day.